Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be discussing is about the prophase. So prophase is the first phase of the cell cycle of the mitosis. So we will be discussing this in detail about what are the stages of mitosis, how a prophase plays a role, and what are the diagrammatic representation of the prophase. So, as I have told, it is the first phase of the mitosis cell cycle. So, mitosis, it is the process that partitions newly replicated chromosomes equally into two daughter cells. So, it this word mitosis, it was derived from a Greek word which means thread. So, it is basically one round of DNA replication is followed by a single round of chromosome segregation, and they generate two genetically identical daughter cells. So there is a generation of two identical daughter cells. So what are the stages of mitosis? So there are four stages of mitosis which is depicted here. There is a prophase, then the metaphase, then the anaphase, and the telophase. So our main focus in this slide will be the prophase. So prophase. The first we will talk about the interphase, the stage just before the M phase, that is the interphase. So what happens is the chromatin which diffuses in the interphase, they slowly condenses and they form the well-defined chromosomes. So just before the stage of M phase is the interphase. So here we were talking about the chromatin which diffuses in the interphase. This slowly condenses to form the well-defined chromosomes. So each chromosome, they have a duplicated during the preceding S phase. So S phase is the synthesis phase, and they consist of two sister chromatids. Each of these sister chromatids is held together by a contracted region which is called as centromere. So S phase is the synthesis phase where the DNA replication takes place. Now each chromatid contains one of the SMC, that is the structural maintenance of the chromosomes. A family of protein is called the cohesin. So the family of the protein is called the cohesin. So what is cohesin? Cohesin is a protein complex which is made up of four subunits. So what are the four subunits? The four subunits are SCC1 and SCC3. These are the two subunits which are attached with the ATP domain. With two ATP domains they are attached. Then SCC1 and SCC3, there are two additional subunits which connect the ATP's domain, which is forming a ring structure. So there are four subunits in the cohesin protein. Next is about how the prophase ends with the disappearance. So the prophase ends with the disappearance of the nucleolus, and there's a disruption of the nuclear envelope. So in the next slide we will be discussing that about in the diagram only, that how this process has been taken place. So the nuclear envelope, they breaks into the membrane vesicles, and they are indistinguishable from the bits of endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum is a cell organelle. So the nuclear envelope, they breaks down and is a complex multi-process that begins when MCDK, they phosphorylates the several subunits of the nuclear pore complexes that is present in the nuclear envelope. So this mechanism initiates the disassembly of the nuclear pore complexes. So what happens is the phosphorylations of these lamina components and other proteins, they leads to the disassembly of the nuclear lamina and break down the envelope membrane into small vesicles. So in most of the cells, the disruption of the nuclear membrane, they marks the end of the prophase of mitosis. So the disruption of the nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope, they mark the end of the prophase. So the disruption of the nuclear envelope is not a universal feature of mitosis and does not occur in all the cells. So this process does not occur in all cells, and it is not the universal feature. But in most cases it has been seen that when the nuclear envelope disrupts, there is the end of the prophase of the mitosis phase. So what happens in some eukaryotes? We have given the examples that in some eukaryotes there are yeast and diatoms in which the nuclear membranes remain intact and the chromosomes migrate to the opposite poles within the nucleus. So this is known as the closed mitosis. So we are discussing two types of mitosis here: closed mitosis and open mitosis. So what is closed mitosis? When the nuclear membrane, the nuclear envelope, remains intact and chromosomes, they migrate to the opposite poles within the nucleus. So this is called as closed mitosis. What is open mitosis? The cells of higher eukaryotes, they are characterized by the breakdown of the nuclear envelope at the end of the prophase. So in open mitosis, what is happening? The cells of higher eukaryotes, they are characterized by the breakdown of the nuclear envelope. So this is a diagrammatic representation in which I am showing the stage of the prophase. So what happens is, this is a cell and this is the centriole and these are the spindle fibers here, and there is a chromosome and there is a nuclear envelope. So this is a nuclear envelope which I was talking about, that in most of the cells the disruption of the nuclear envelope marks the end of the prophase. So this is a diagram which is showing the clear picture of what is nuclear envelope, where are the chromosomes, nucleolus, centrioles and the spindle fibers, and this is the plasma membrane which is outside of the cell. Then we will come across several terms, that what is mitotic spindle, what is kinetochore microtubules, polar microtubules and astral microtubules. So what is mitotic spindle? Mitotic spindle is basically when the nuclear division is mediated by a microtubule which is based on mitotic spindle, and this separates the chromosome. When the chromosomes are separated, there is a nuclear division and there is a microtubule which is based on the mitotic spindle. So spindles, they are microtubules, each of which is a polarized tubulin polymer with one end, the so-called minus end, embedded in a single spindle pole, and the other end, the plus end, points outwards the pole. So the mitotic spindle is of three types. So the mitotic spindle is of three types, that is kinetochores, microtubule, polar microtubules and astral microtubules. So these three categories we will be discussing in the next slides. First comes the kinetochore microtubule. So this is a type of, or this is a spindle type of mitotic spindle. So what is a kinetochore microtubule? It attaches with the specialized protein complexes which is called as kinetochores and the mature and centromere of each chromosome. So the plus ends of the kinetochore, they varies from one budding in the yeast to over 40 in some mammalian cells. So at anaphase, it pulls the two sister chromatids to the opposite pole. So the role comes in the anaphase when the two sister chromatids pulls towards the opposite poles. The next comes the polar microtubule. They do not interact with chromosomes, but they overlap the polar microtubules interpole from the opposite poles. So this is about the polar microtubule. Last is about the astral microtubule. They form the aster and radiate outwards from the centromere towards the cortex of the cell. So the centrioles, which are associated with the centrosome matrix, they are not required for the nucleation of the spindle fibers. So plant cells, they lack centrioles altogether, but the nucleation of the spindle fibers occur. But there is an occurrence of the nucleation of the spindle fibers. So after this we conclude that it is therefore that the centrosome matrix contains a set of protein which is very important to the nucleation of the spindle fibers. So it is very important for the nucleation of the spindle fibers. Next is conclusion. So in the last we conclude that prophase is the first stage of mitosis. In prophase, the chromosome condenses and they become visible. There are spindle fibers which emerge from the centrosomes, and there is a nuclear envelope which breaks down, and there is a nucleolus which disappears. So this is the last slide, which in which we are concluding all the uh, properties or all the things which are happening in the prophase, which is the first stage of the mitosis.